fucking just
Yeah, but I had more. How many did you have? 3?
money. What?
How many kids did you have living here? 3?
Oh yeah,
I had 5.
3. Fuck,
I
man.
had 5 living here.
Yeah.
5 kids in one house.
And one bedroom wasn't used for any of them. I just had it on reserve.
In that fucking tiny ass townhouse.
Yeah.
They all lived downstairs.
You know what I remember walking in and I remember there was like 6 kids in the fucking living room,
Yeah,
and I was
oh,
like,
it's whoa, where'd all these kids come from?
I was like, am I in the right fucking house?
Yeah.
What?
Hey, come on in.
Yeah.
They're waiting for you upstairs.
Hey, how are you? I was like, who the fuck are you?
They made the best of a unique situation because they were nice. I liked all of them.
They did seem awkwardly friendly.
No, they were great. Like I never had anything bad to say about them. I was just like, damn, this is wild.
Shit. Oh. Well, for the listeners, we have an interesting situation in here today. We got 2 sit-ins. Dirty D is back in this bitch. He decided to come tag along. Dirty D, and Jason, of course, chilling out. My nephew Santana is in today.
Hello.
Hello. He hasn't been on here before, and hopefully he'll come back for more.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Hopefully, everybody, he's like, fuck this place, man.
Podcast version, we'll see.
This fucking studio sucks.
You know, I've been in a lot of studios in my day, and this one is not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
It's missing drywall.
It's got a lot of character.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's a good word for it. Fucking
Absolutely.
character.
Absolutely.
So, one of the things that I kind of realized when I started doing this whole thing, get down, podcast puppy. Kind of getting into it. You know, obviously I'm like 30 episodes in now, which isn't shit, but it's enough for me to know that I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I don't fucking know a lot of people. Does that make sense?
Maybe you should expand on that.
Yeah. So I don't I grew up with you. You and I were fucking close growing up.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time together, did a lot of shit together. And to this day, like on the surface, I barely know anything about you. You know what I mean?
No, we've definitely had moments where we were very close. Like like growing up,
Yeah.
I used to go to your house and we would
Yeah.
play video games. I remember playing GTA at your house
Mhm.
and hanging out. Your mom making us mayonnaise and chicken sandwiches that were fucking amazing. Still to this day, I'm just like,
Dude,
yeah.
I can't replicate those.
No, they can't be replicated. In my mind, they were top tier.
Yeah.
Before Chick-fil-A.
Fuck yeah, it was, dude. Little salt, little mayo.
It was great.
But I know that you went to school for philosophy.
I did.
Yeah. Are you degreed in that?
Not technically, but personally, I feel like I am because I did all the philosophy components. I just have a foreign language requirement that is not my favorite.
Cool.
I have one class. I'm literally one class away. It's been that way for a few years.
Are you still in school?
No.
Oh, okay.
But if I wanted my degree, I would have to go back to school. So I'm on this
all
very
right, all right.
I don't have my degree technically, but I did all the philosophy classes. So
Gotcha.
all that's done.
How many years was that?
I did the long track. It probably took like 6 years. It's probably supposed to take you like a normal 4. But I was like, some semesters I didn't want to do as much.
That seems like a course in a class that could be very theoretical, which would lead me in a lot of different directions. So time would be needed.
Oh yeah, you need a lot of time. But the most fun about going to school for philosophy was the big classes and the discussion, all that stuff. It was always the in-person stuff.
Right.
My least favorite parts were writing 10-page papers on people who I had to like analyze their beliefs and say, hey, okay, he says this. Do you fall on this line or that line, and why? And it's like,
See, that's what I mean. Is it seems very theoretical and opinion based.
no, yeah.
But so is that something like where all you have to do is basically show up and interact and you pass?
No. It really comes down to the papers and the tests.
Okay.
But in terms of like other classes, there's not a lot of assignments. It's more of just like you come in there, you try to absorb as much as you can, and there's going to be a big paper.
Gotcha.
Prepare for the big paper. There's going to be like 6 topics. You're going to have to expand a lot, and they just really want to know if you are digesting the information and understanding it.
Interesting.
And there's a lot of different like component. Like there's a historical component of the philosophy where it's just like you're looking at all the old philosophers, the Greek ones, and it like philosophy is always a dialogue. So someone will come out with a big belief that people will be like, oh, this is like this is revolutionary. We haven't thought about this, and then someone will respond to that and say, you don't know shit, and then it'll fucking go back and forth, and that's the dialogue for philosophy. It just keeps going back and forth to where we're at now.
It seems like a class that I would really enjoy taking.
No, it's interesting.
So-
You'll find out a lot about yourself in a philosophy class because they'll make you dig real deep about why you think what you think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But now you've definitely sparked my interest. I mean, I think it's a little too late for me to enroll, but you know.
Never. We're all philosophers.
Huh?
Start with what is the good.
No.
That's where they'll start you at.
That-
That's the baseline.
That's a
No,
short list.
No. I remember in one of my philosophy classes, me and my friend JR, it was right when we started. It was at PVCC. We would go in there, smoke before we go and smoke a blunt on the way there. Reek like weed.
Yeah.
You know, blunts make your hands smell, they make everything smell.
Yeah.
And it's in a car, so we're hotbox. We'd go in there, we'd be high as fuck, go sit down in our seats, everyone just turn around. And I remember he did that a couple times, and then our teacher randomly was like, he was a guy who would come into class, and every day he would just sit in silence, walk around, and start asking some compelling questions, try to get you like, oh, what, on your toes almost, like try to fucking blindside you. So he was asking people random questions, and one day he was like, we were just sitting there high as fuck. He's like,
Do you guys smoke weed?
basically he just said, when are you gonna stop smoking weed? And he looked at JR, and me and JR looked at each other like, what the fuck? And then he goes to the next person and says, when are you gonna stop beating your wife? And then he goes, so he starts, the point of his questioning was like, there is a way of argumentation where you can ask a person a question that they're not necessarily, it's not necessarily true,
Right.
but the question itself already implies some type of, like,
Yeah.
a type of knowledge that maybe, like, you don't agree about.
It's gonna be a confrontational beginning.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, when are you gonna stop beating Ruger?
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't. So, and then it starts
Yeah, what
that
the
dialogue.
fuck?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, what the fuck?
What
Why
the
did you
fuck?
ask me that shit?
You're a piece of shit.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
so it's just he was trying to make a point, and he like did it in a real way where he was like, we were smoking weed, but he wanted to make the point. It was like, I know, but I'm gonna move on and like make the point and not focus on you.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, 'cause I remember after that we were like, oh shit, that
Right.
was.
Motherfucker knows, got it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I know you know, but god damn, we're so high. We're like, we cannot handle this right now. What the
We're
fuck?
so fucked up right
we were
now.
so high. We were just like, yo, what's about to happen now? And then he goes to the next person. When are you gonna stop beating your wife? And we're like, oh, okay,
Like
maybe
that-
maybe he's making a larger point.
That's almost worse.
Yeah, exactly. I looked at that guy. I was like, wow, he's a real piece of
Yeah.
shit. What the fuck?
God, dude, I like to get high. You're an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, he only knows because we smoke in class. You beating your girl outside of class? Like, how does he know this? This is weird.
Holy fuck, man.
But I mean, there's a lot of different fun experiences. You see people argue in those classes all the time.
Oh, I'm sure that goes fucking sideways all day.
Yeah,
Because everybody wants to be right,
exactly.
and
And
there's no really right.
there's better arguments and shittier arguments.
Right.
So there are people who come in with really shitty arguments that get dismantled really quickly, and then they just
Dismantled.
look.
The fucking
they,
word choices.
They get moved to the silence. So eventually they'll ask them so many questions and try to critique them and be really poignant with how they're like, do you really believe that? Well, why? And then break them down to the
Mhm.
point where they're like, well, maybe I don't know. And then they sit there like,
Well, fuck.
all right, well, let's move on.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Oh wow.
What a surprise.
Joint. Oh, I can't hear myself. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that cable, like, it's got to be like halfway out.
Okay, I got it.
So if you plug it all the way in, it'll be fucking one ear. That's fucking annoying.
Yeah. It's not bad. I got it working again. I was actually afraid that this joint, when I grabbed it and like tried to fuck with the headphone, light my hair. I've done that.
Have you?
I have. I was before fantasy football one day at like 10:30. We were about to go to a bar and I was smoking my friend in his car. I had my hair down. I was like trying to smoke a bowl like this,
Oh, no.
and my hair just went whoosh,
Oh
lit
my
all the way up.
God.
And it not only did it light my hair up, it lit my mustache, my eyebrow, my eyelash. It was all singed one way up. So it was fucking awful. My friend's just sitting there laughing at me.
I'm sure, man.
I'm like, this isn't funny, and it smells like burnt hair in here. I'm fucking pissed.
This is fucking bullshit. The only thing that kind of sucks about being in here is it's warmer now. So when you leave that door gets opened a bunch of times, it sucks, man. But hopefully once everything's finished, it'll hold the cold a little bit. I really can't complain. I guess it's getting ready to be a fucking 100 degrees every day.
No, for what it is right now, this is amazing.
That's okay, yeah.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Setup's nice.
But one of my I don't know. I don't really know how to word it, but one of my favorite attributes that I've observed about you
Yeah.
is your ability to get people wound up. That shit makes me laugh for example, the one time I see it the most is on your guys' fantasy football leagues,
Oh yeah.
and you're constantly talking shit to people,
Uh,
and people get fucking wound up over it.
I've been in many fantasy leagues and I've had many controversies and where it goes, strictly about fantasy football, and then it might get a little personal.
Right.
And then it might be like, you don't know shit, and I know because your team's a fucking dumpster fire.
And when people fucking try and defend and shit, and you feed off of it, and I fucking love it, dude. You used to do that shit on Rocket League.
It's not. It's come so It's not even like something I think about. It's like a reflexive thing. I'm like, oh, I have a response for that. Let me just type it up. I got something for you, buddy.
You're fucking good with it, man. You're quick. You used to do that shit to me while playing video games too.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, but there are times where it might get a little too. I'm like, I might be damaging relationships now. Like the way I'm going into.
I might have lit a fire under that bridge.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, and with fantasy, I have a league that I've been in for like 10 years, and there's been a lot of times, especially in the beginning years, where it got personal. People would start getting pissed, and then it'd start off with a fantasy football argument, and then it'd be like, well, fuck you piece of shit. This is why you fucking don't have your life together. Like, it gets some weird spot.
This is why your wife fucking divorced you.
Exactly. It gets to some weird spot where everyone just like, whoa.
Hey,
and then we all take a break for a minute, and we come back, you're like, I didn't mean that. We have a fuck your team, so.
You're still a fucking cunt, but I didn't mean that shit.
The wife shit was personal, but your team is a piece of garbage, and I'm going to whip your ass this week.
I fucking love it, man. Oh, God. But I wasn't really, like, around Dirty. D. He was trying to fucking...
Yeah, I'm high and spacing out.
He's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Dirty D has left the group chat.
Yes.
I didn't know you too much through like your high school years and shit, like really, like the really pivotal moments of growing up, and when my mom got like sick and all that.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of when everything went down, I was a little bit curious, to be honest, because you've always been kind of fucking quiet. Just in general.
Yeah.
I've always been curious to talk to you and figure out kind of how everything affected you, like. It's weird because he's in here, but
yeah,
your parents split up pretty early on.
Yeah.
So between that and then watching all the drama unfold, everywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you've ever really spoken on it too much.
Not to anyone personally. It's more of just like you figure out a way to deal with it and then move on, and then maybe you might need to work through some things that are unresolved with somebody, and you might have to talk about it. But it's like. Yeah, we personally have not talked anything about that. And then just to talk about the divorce and whatnot, I remember it used to get, like, weird and crazy. And as a kid, you don't know how to deal with it. Oh, my parents are fighting. What do I do?
Yeah.
But the biggest takeaway I have from that whole situation is I've seen them both apart and with their lives and not having to have that constant butting of heads and the conflict. And they're much happier people away. So with that, it took a little time to realize, like, oh... I can't believe my parents are together, and I don't know why, and then see, like, actually their lives apart and how much better they are. So I resolved in that way. I was like, okay, this is better for everyone.
That's a pretty great perspective.
It took a while. I mean, I didn't start there. Obviously, as a kid, you think, like, why isn't it working? And you have all those thoughts and feelings that you're trying to resolve.
And zero understanding.
Yeah. You don't even, exactly, you're a kid. You don't understand the dynamics of a relationship and what can go awry, all that type of bullshit. But with all the other stuff, I mean, that was all happening when I was in high school, and that's when I started smoking weed. That's when I started, like, being, like, more to my friends and away from the family and trying to, like, just do my own thing. So I kind of just insulated myself when that was happening.
That shit happened when you were in high school? How old are you?
No, the divorce?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about everything else, like, beyond that.
Oh,
that
okay.
happened when I was in, like, 5th, 6th grade, maybe junior high-ish.
Because I feel like I lived with him shortly after all. I don't really fucking know when that happened. What year was that?
I think Santana was around 15 when we were like actually divorced.
Well,
Yeah, but it happened way before that.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
I was like in 6th grade, so I had to be like 12.
when I lived in your
11.
garage, it was already done.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, no, when you did, you were probably that was probably like
different times. So didn't you live there twice?
Probably, man.
he's talking about at that house though twice,
In Glendale.
maybe.
The house on
I don't know.
Dude,
I've always been like comfortable with you living with us. I don't know why. I mean,
it always just
it
felt
just
kind of fucking right.
kept natural. It was natural.
Yeah. That dude, honest to God, every time like shit starts going sideways, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna call Dirty.
Well, I have the backup
Fucking,
plan.
I'm gonna get back on the couch, I guess.
You know, I've been there. That's only up from there once.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, baseline. I got to reset again.
Exactly.
But no, luckily
Hey, you doing good?
I got a really fucking good job. I'm not gloating, but I make pretty fucking good money.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I make enough money
Hey.
to have the fucking house to myself and have my fucking new truck and all the shit I don't need.
Studio.
Yeah, building a studio. So we're doing the damn thing. But I'll call you if I need you.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't mind one more chapter with Dirty. I wouldn't. I'm not fucking opposed to it.
Honestly, that would be something else.
I hit 40 and I'm like, Dustin, hey, listen, man.
This is the next chapter.
Shit got sideways again. I need to come back.
It happens. I mean, that's life. You never know what life's gonna throw
You
at
don't, and that's what freaks me out, dude. I talk to a lot of people on here about like their parents, for example. One of my frequent guests, his parents were they were good. They were set up. They were comfortable. Everything was in line, in their
Yeah.
in their 40s, and fucking lost his job, lost everything, complete fucking reset, dude. At like 45 or 50,
That's scary.
I'm like, that fucks me up.
Yeah, that could fuck any. I mean,
I don't want to fucking
the thought
do
of
that.
you losing everything and then having like, what do you do now?
Yeah, me.
No, I'm just saying,
Oh,
like
yeah.
in that situation, like
At that age, after everything you fucking worked for.
Have a savings account. Like most people don't, but like.
Yeah, I know.
did this fucker work at Enron? Where did he work?
I think
Invest all your goddamn money in Bitcoin. You know?
Bitcoin.
No, you should do it.
Fucking
Make it Bitcoin
Dogecoin.
and not fucking the other fucking
I think that was a Honeywell tragedy.
A Honeywell tragedy?
Yeah, back in the day,
Rest
though.
in peace,
Yeah, but I don't know.
man's career.
That shit scares me.
It is.
It's,
You know what?
It's
Yeah,
really hard for me to like just comfortably say
that
at
you're
any-
secure. But I
at-
mean, that's
well, at any,
logical.
at any point in time, it could just happen again.
Yeah, I mean, it's a logical fear that everything could be taken away from you depending on some random outside circumstances. You never know.
I'm just like, I'm pissed because I'm tired. I work a lot. Everybody is.
Yeah.
But like getting to his point, and
Yeah.
then being like, I gotta fucking anyway. You get it. It's so bizarre.
No, I don't. No, I'm just kidding. Absolutely not. I
Nope.
heard a lot of words.
Keep
None of
rambling.
them registered.
Keep rambling, dickhead.
Yeah. All
Uh,
those things.
But I asked about how you kind of perceived everything. I guess you had a little bit of time to let it soak.
Yeah.
You said you had quite a bit of time to kind of try and find that right perspective.
No, it took a minute, and it was weird too because there was a split up of me and my siblings, my two sisters, and they went with my mom, and I went with my dad,
I remember that.
and it was just like I guess this because it was just weird. It's like I don't know how it just worked itself out. We
Right.
didn't know how it just kind of worked that way.
It did always kind of seem like it was a little bit of a smoother transition, in a weird way. I never.
It was fine.
I never
went
saw-
back and forth, and you know.
I never saw any real like turmoil, but I also wasn't directly involved.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad at the beginning, but then, like, after time goes by, it
It's
kind of
just-
becomes normal, and then you just, like, okay, she lives here, he lives here now. I
Right.
go back and forth. We figure it out. It just figures itself out.
Your mom's always seemed like, I mean, as far as I can tell, super easygoing about it.
I mean, yeah.
But I
she's-
again, not being directly involved, I don't know shit. But I've never had bad blood with her.
Good for you. You don't want bad blood, my mom.
No, I feel like she'd be insane.
No, no. You don't, yeah, exactly.
Little violent motherfucker.
She's, if you're on her bad side, it's only not good things for you.
The last thing I remember, and it's a good memory, is that she took me to Burlington Coat.
Oh, no way?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I don't remember, but it was so long
Some
ago.
shit, like-
she probably got me some fucking.
She was great about that. It was like just going, taking somebody out and being like, let's go get some shit for you.
Yeah, I think it was like for my birthday or something.
Yeah.
But that's the last time I remember really being around her. Huh?
No, but
Yeah, she does. I mean, I feel like it.
she definitely would go out of her way in like a lot of ways that some people wouldn't, just to give someone something, like, take people out on her birthday or make sure that she's coming in contact and like asking them to hang out or buying them something, like,
I remember like her and Brandon always used to try and dress me up in clothes that I probably shouldn't be wearing.
Where are those pictures? You need to put those on your podcast.
Dude, I'm so glad they don't exist anymore.
Oh no,
But they used to, like, Brandon used to give me those fucking, what are those tan boots? The lugs.
lugs, Birdman lugs.
Yeah, dude. He used to always fucking buy me those, and he used to buy me those fucking golf hats. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
I used to get you jerseys.
Yeah. I like the jerseys, though. I still fucking miss my my Joyner jersey.
Oh, is that Joyner?
Yeah, dude.
I always liked the Dan Marino jersey.
I don't even know where it went. But One day, one of the first episodes I had in here, I did a fucking video. I was wearing a Steelers jersey.
Oh,
You
God.
piece of
that's
garbage.
Dude, I felt like shit.
You piece of fucking garbage.
It was fucking. It was TJ, all right.
They beat us in the Super Bowl,
It
dude.
was
yeah,
Watt.
yeah. I
It
mean,
was
at least
Watt.
it's a player that didn't beat us. But if it was like fucking
And
Roethlisberger or some shit,
Yeah,
I'd be like, yo,
dude.
what is your problem?
well, Jesus.
How
He's
dare
like,
you?
You guys are you're a fucking PA. I almost went through the wall on that one.
Ah,
Stand up. He just shoves me through the wall.
god damn.
What player did you have?
It's TJ.
T.J. Watt.
Oh, TJ Watt.
Yeah. That was like the only reason I grabbed this because it's one of the Watt
That makes
brothers.
sense. I mean, if you had, like,
You couldn't grab JJ.
like, what the
I don't even know where the jersey came from. It was like sitting in our shop at work, and I was
okay,
like,
it's not like something you bought.
no, it
Oh,
came out of
okay.
a car, dude.
Okay, alright.
Did not pay
Alright,
for
cool.
it.
You picked it up.
It was free 99. That makes sense. If you paid for it, that's where I start to be like, yo, you could have bought a fucking Cardinal jersey. What's
Yeah, what the
What's
fuck?
going on
What,
here?
what are you doing, man?
yeah? Well, he's a Watt, so
Mhm.
Eagle connection. The Cardinals always had with Bird Gang stuff. Like when they make trades, I mean, I swear it's Bird
got
Gang.
their fucking coach.
Dude, I don't know about you, but man, I miss those fucking the stadium days, dude. The fucking
fucking
ASU and shit.
Diablo.
I still drive by it often because we're out there for work.
Did you ever go to the trough there?
He's told you this shit. I
I
think,
had nightmares about that piss trough.
I think you guys were telling me it was on the other side of the stadium.
It was a horseshoe of ice that you just pissed into, and there's no parishans or anything to like fucking block you off.
Sticks the dick in
Everyone just whips your dick out and says, "Hey!" You can wave to the guy across from you.
Edges are a complete trough where they're just open, where everybody could just piss, right? Everybody's just dicked out, and then the middle is a fountain of piss.
Yeah, it's
Literally
just a
standing in
piss
closet,
fountain.
somebody pisses.
eye to eye contact.
Yeah, you can do whatever. It was
Like,
weird.
constructed this
It was
fucking
fucking
thing.
yeah.
So-
What kind of sick fuck?
I was never comfortable with those, but my mom and dad drugged me to so many fucking honky tonk bars
Oh yeah.
that I was so used to it, like at a young age.
I never got conditioned there, so that's why it was so traumatizing.
Huh?
Did mom ever go to the bathroom with you?
Uh-uh.
She didn't- I mean, you were young, so I don't know.
No, she never did, but I got so.
She should have. There could have been somebody that fucking molester in there. or
I
something.
didn't. Yeah, I never got used to it, but I always just accepted it. Like, okay, I have to pee like this.
No.
This sucks.
Well, I
so-
mean, if you gotta take a piss, you gotta take a piss. Like, what are your
yeah,
alternatives?
it's still to this day it irks me.
Yeah.
I don't
The honky tonk bar stuff.
just the trough.
The trough. Yeah, the
Yeah.
troughs is just. It's an odd concept. I'm glad we got away from that as a society.
Other-
Yeah, I am too.
But the other bathroom you went to would be deep, like right. So it's open too. They're just open pissers.
Big D. You know what?
With
That
no
Uh,
fucking. with no
There's yeah, but
spaces.
that's more acceptable because you're staring at
But
the.
I used to have such stage fright there because it'd be like 5, 6, 10 deep with people yelling and screaming.
Woo,
And then
yeah,
when
it's
you
just
take a
not
piss
natural.
Right behind you, 5 or 6 deep, and I would have to focus in on the label of the piss.
Because when you're at your house, you piss in complete serenity. It's
So
just
then
like,
I
oh,
would
I'm just
like
in my
see you just
bathroom.
Piss on a fucking wall or something, it would immediately come out.
you said Big D, and I do remember that being on the fucking wall right above it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Big D, really?
Yeah, it was.
Appropriate name.
It said Big D right on the fucking wall. That was
Why?
right.
What was the
That was.
I don't remember that. But
big defense?
You don't remember that?
no, above the bathroom.
Yeah.
Maybe there was just a D for the section or something. I don't
I think that's what it was.
It was the Big D
know.
though.
I never seen that.
Oh.
I don't remember that.
Oh, you said that, and it fucking sparked
I
my
thought
head.
he did say that. I don't know.
But
I'm tripping.
No.
it was always right behind those retractable stands.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there for the when they beat the San Diego Chargers.
Yep.
Right?
And what did we do after?
Fuck out on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took them on the field. You were kind of scared, right?
I was
you're like,
terrified.
"Oh, I'm not supposed to do this." Yeah,
There was chunks of fucking field flying by my head.
Yeah, I was fucking.
They're
with
tearing
us
that
in
shit
the
up.
end
That was the day before the fucking Fiesta Bowl, and they had to fix the field.
Oh.
And
I'm sure
then-
they're thrilled.
They couldn't fucking tear down the goalpost because it wouldn't come down. So we fucking took the net. Took the net into the stadium
gotta
and into
grab
the
some.
streets.
Yeah.
And we were everybody was screaming for the Cowboys because that was the next game.
Cow. we're
We
gonna
want the
whoop Cowboy-
Cowboys.
Yeah.
We want the Cow.
Yeah,
I
it was
was
a-
like, I'm just holding on to the net. Like, where are we going?
That was a great.
Just keep going. Just keep walking. Follow the crowd.
Greatest seasons of like despair, of fucking playing in a college stadium.
Yeah, we beat the Cowboys too, which was fucking cool.
Cowboys, dude.
But-
In the playoffs in Dallas.
But we got to the
Asking by Minnesota.
I was gonna say the Vikings. The
Dallas-
Vikings shut it
Dallas
down.
was the Super Bowl. That was the Cardinal Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
For that season.
for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
That's when that
I like
rivalry.
how big that was.
That's when that rivalry was fucking big.
They played in the same division forever. They were in the same, like, that fucking NFC East. The Cardinals are the only team not in the East.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cowboys, I have inherited a golf club set that is covered in Cowboys shit. The bag is Cowboys. The socks are Cowboys.
What the fuck?
He's like,
Yeah, burn it.
both of them. They're like, what
That's
are
a
you?
podcast event.
You've got.
Just play fucking fantasy football,
Yeah,
dude.
burn that shit and then take a piss on it after.
Wait until they start doing good and sell it. When they're doing good.
Yeah.
You got
See,
you got
yeah.
Steelers shit. You got Cowboys shit. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
there's money to be made, but I'm more on the petty side where I'm just like burn that shit.
I'm more on the side of why don't you put that on a YouTube? Like you burn that
Exactly,
shit up and
that's
fucking shoot
that's
it on
content,
15.
and I would feel so right about it.
Yeah, oh god, podcast exclusive.
Yeah.
Well, let's burn other
Work our way up.
merch.
That's podcast 100. You're working your way up to that one. That's the big event.
It's the big
The
event.
big event. We're burning the
'Cause
Cowboy set.
My initial thought, because I got it from a buddy of mine, my initial thought was honestly like I want to go try golfing,
I mean, yeah,
and then, well, it fucking soon came with the thought that I have to go in public with that.
yeah, and that's basically wearing some gay pride shit. So
You know,
it's just so. Oh, so you? Oh, you're with the cause.
Like, that is, man.
I'm not into it, man.
I know we're
Oh,
not
this was a
super
gift.
fans. I mean, he is. I don't really care all that much, but like, damn.
Well, I picked the fucking.
I wouldn't beat you up, but I really would be disappointed.
That's worse,
Wow.
dude. That's fucking worse.
Yeah, you'd
I'm
rather
not-
him beat you up.
I'm not mad. Yeah, dude, they'll just punch me in the mouth or
Punch you in
something.
the stomach, like Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even want to beat your ass right now. I'm just too disappointed.
Oh god. I still, just so we're clear, I still have more Cardinal shit.
Okay.
Is it too
Well,
late?
Should.
No, I mean you should definitely put that
I'm
out there as
assuming that's
well
what you have
in the
on
same
file.
breath.
If you don't, that's like, oh, I have more other.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a Steelers jersey, Cowboys golf set.
I'm just gonna say like you had jerseys growing up and you don't care, like so it's just like you got jerseys.
I like you justifying it. I like it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Dirty
gave
D
you-
is not
gave you an
happy
out.
with me right now. There's some disappointment
They-
floating around the
I
studio
mean,
right now.
football, I don't even care about football, but I never put Cowboys on my team unless I fucking absolutely have to. Like a kicker maybe or something.
It's like the wrong colors.
Yeah,
He's like, I can't support you.
yeah. The colors just make them look slow to me.
Yeah, do you know what side of town you're on right now, SA?
Yeah.
The
Not the
color
Cowboy
uniforms
side.
are great, though.
Beat it.
I can't lie that the
Did-
Cowboy uniform colors are
Yeah.
fucking great.
Did you see the new Cardinals jerseys?
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah.
I love them.
What did you think about them?
You don't care?
I mean, to be honest with you, it kind of takes me back to the 90s. It's just like a different version of that.
Well, the difference is
Okay.
they have Nike that makes the uniform now. Back
As a-
then, the Cardinals, dude, back in the day, they would get the worst people to make their uniforms. It'd be like Russell, Wilson, like the
Oh, I do remember that.
athletic companies
Mhm.
would own, like, there's other, they were not fucking putting money behind the Cardinals.
I'm gonna
The
be
Cowboys had Nike way back in the day.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never, not once, thought about this.
Oh, yeah.
like the shit you're talking about?
Fucking, like, once, so the whole NFL is Nike now.
I didn't know there was ever a difference.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't notice either.
That's
But
bizarre.
I think
didn't-
some of the old uniforms are pretty cool, like the one with the Phoenix flag on the side. That's probably one of the best uniforms, period.
Wilson, yeah, like, I mean, they had.
Russell Wilson.
I,
well,
like
just
that's
there's
top
the
three,
brand
easy.
Wilson, like, you ever seen
Yeah, yeah.
Wilson, the fucking.
Yeah,
I
Wilson.
passed away last night. I'm fucking. Twin casting.
Wilson volleyball.
Daydreaming about the volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I didn't know that there was different brands making different teams. I just never would have thought about.
It was a free for all for like all the companies, like whoever put the most money behind somebody, and the Cardinals were one of the worst teams, so they would always get like the worst off-brand.
I always just assumed that like the big names had all of it taken care of.
Yeah, it's not something you think about. Is like if there's a contract for all the teams or how the shit's even made, you just like see the uniforms and accept it for what it is.
Pretty much.
Cardinals
Yeah.
even had Reebok at one time.
Yeah,
Reebok
I-
wasn't make Cardinal
I do remember Wilson and Reebok for sure. Wow, good days, good days. No more
Yeah.
Tross.
Oh, the Nike uniforms are fucking great.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Color Rush uniform on Thursday.
The helmets look fucking sick. I mean, it's pretty pointless because
the-
they're gonna get smashed up, but they look sick as fuck.
They're gonna look good, though.
They're gonna look good, fucking getting their ass beat.
fast. They're gonna look fast.
For
I
sure.
think you'll be surprised at this season because it's gonna be a free for all in a way, like where.
Although I don't have any hope for this season.
Then the new coach. You see the new coach?
I haven't seen him, but I know
He looks pretty
Kingsbury
good.
finally
Now,
fucking went away.
but-
Yeah. Honest, I mean, they just gave him a contract extension and then they fired him that same year. It was like I thought they were gonna keep him for one more year because Kyler got hurt as
Right.
like an excuse of like, all right, like it's gonna be hard to overcome that and get us back to where we were last year. And they said, fuck no, you're gone. Kime's gone. We need to revamp this shit. And I'm not mad at it. I just wasn't expecting it because the Cardinals have always been known to make the fucking worst moves, kind of.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
Possibly. I'm hopeful. You know what? I'm a piece of garbage. I'm always hopeful every fucking year. I remember when we drafted Josh Rosen, and I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
This guy seems confident. I'll fucking be on board. awful season, got 3 wins. We had Steve Wilkes as a coach. I remember watching like the shit on YouTube about this dude, and I was like, okay, this might work.
Right.
We might have some here. But the Cardinals' way is you get your hopes up, and then every year you get disappointed.
Dude, every fucking year.
That's the Cardinal way.
This is a Cardinal. I'm used to it at this point.
Cardinal way, dude. But it's like it's gonna make it much more sweet when they finally do.
When we get that fucking
I'm
fucking
hoping.
1W.
I hope I'm not 80.
Super Bowl, I literally in that game was taking shots because it was almost over.
I'm kind of fucking pissed that the Super Bowl's been here twice since we got the stadium, and they've
Yeah.
still yet to do it. Like they're telling him like, here's your chance again.
This is
Figure
the
it
season,
out.
boys. You have a
to have your like Super Bowl in your hometown. It's like
It's not common, dude,
that's not common.
at all. And that's why I'm like, they're basically just throwing it in their face. Like, here's another chance to make history. They just can't pull it
No.
off.
We'll
No,
always
no.
have Super Bowl here because they put them in warm weather states. I mean, they don't put them in places that are fucked up.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day.
put them in
but-
Buffalo. Let's have it in Buffalo.
Buffalo
Here you go, good luck.
or
Yeah.
Chicago, they're not having that.
Buffalo.
I know you guys aren't used. I know you guys aren't used to snow, but
We want to make it exciting. This year at the NFL, the ratings are a little down. There's a blizzard right on that day.
is there any? How many fucking teams still have open stadiums though?
Couple.
Isn't
Most
that-
of them, all the new ones, they moved to the dome
Oh,
format.
Is Green Bay still at Lambeau?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
It's
that
the-
open?
The Lambeau
That's
Leap.
open.
Yep, that's still an open
Chicago
one.
Stadium is still open.
Hmm.
The Giants Stadium. All the cold weather ones are good. Buffalo's still
Buffalo.
open. The only one that kind of pussed out like that back in the day was Minnesota. They had a dome. Detroit had a dome. Still do Silver Dome and the fucking Metrodome.
Hmm.
I don't know where they play now, but I kind of always felt like it's cheating. If you're a cold weather fucking state and you have a dome, it's kind of like.
It's nice for the fans. If I'm a fan, I'm gonna say thank
'Cause
you.
like seeing those games.
I'd rather stay inside.
I do like seeing snowy games for
It's
sure.
interesting.
No, I love it. Yeah.
That's a good thing about football. They don't cancel games because of weather.
I
Well,
mean
the lightning storms they do, but
I can agree with having them out here just because of the heat.
Yeah, they used to put people on the hot side.
right in the sun, you just
Put 'em
fucking
on the
bake.
sunny side.
You just walk out. All right, I'm done. I've been in the
That's why
fucking
they
sun
say
for an hour.
And not put fucking fans out there.
Mhm.
Do that shit.
Where would the fans be? There was just fucking metal stands, and like some of them.
Like, I mean, the fans for the like
The wind fans.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like, where would you put the big fans in the stands?
The Cardinals would have them on their side. I mean, they would like fucking have, but they wouldn't supply them for the other team. They have to bring their own.
Oh, you're talking about on the sidelines. So they're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about in these stands.
Yeah, no.
I
was like, see, yeah, the stands are fucked.
No, yeah, the stands are fucked.
Is it
yeah.
the
Yeah.
the Cowboys' new stadium? Is it AT&T still?
I don't know. State Farm.
State Farm? No, Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys. I have no idea.
So they have that new stadium with it's got the giant fucking screen in the middle,
Yeah.
but that screen's causing it's in the way.
Oh, really?
I've seen fucking the kicker will hit it with the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been kicked a couple times.
Yeah, I've seen that.
seen
I saw it live and I was like, did they just fucking hit the screen? And Andrew was like, yeah, it's been a problem. They hung it too low.
One of the biggest stadiums in the world as far as like capacity of like
The Cowboy Stadium.
how many people can fit there.
I want to go see the Raiders Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
I
The
just
Death
know
Star?
that, I
The
mean,
Death
what they
Star,
call it.
giant toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking spaceship. Speaking of spaceship, I want to go to Texas too and go see the comedy mothership.
Oh, shit, I think
Comedy
it was some kind of
mothership.
UFO shit, like fucking,
No.
Space Force.
I mean,
No,
basically,
He thought you were gonna go deep into some Eddie Bravo conspiracy theory, Area 51.
well, it's kind of in line, but in light of all the new AI shit, I had Sheldon on last night, and the whole episode he was talking about AI and how much he fucking knows about it.
Oh, I thought you were going to the chat box. Like,
And what was your conclusion after the whole conversation?
I was utterly shocked at the information I got from him.
But I mean, like, what was the most shocking?
As a regular ass person, me, you know, I only see what people show me, and the episodes I only hear what they say. I don't know anything about it otherwise. So
Okay.
AI has just been in my head like AI is what? Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
That to me is so vague, and the possibilities are endless.
right now, just think of artificial intelligence as just like
A shitty movie with that fucking-
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Right, so if you just ask a bunch of questions and algorithms.
So-
Algorithms are fucking AI.
He told me he explained to me that ChatGPT is it's not guided, but it is taught.
It's an algorithm.
Everything-
It's basically learning all the time.
Everything that's in it is put in it. And I
Yeah,
see
it's like so every person that's talking to is just gathering information and then it's like learning more.
Yeah.
Learning more and expanding.
But
learning more and expanding.
the boundaries are set. I didn't know that there was set fucking boundaries for starters.
Well, it's like that movie with Will Smith. They have the fucking 3 laws.
iRobot.
Yeah, iRobot. There's a set of like their capabilities, and that's imposed. But the danger with AI is like what happens when they advance past the point of wanting to even follow protocols like that, or they can like change their programming,
So,
and then you have to deal with that.
What he told me was that everybody assumes, anybody that's not educated assumes that this artificial intelligence or this chat GPT can just go rampant at any point in time.
It's not there yet.
And what he said was that it's man-made. Like I don't have the words. I'm not fucking smart enough for this. But it's a program, and it's simulating.
So he made you feel like better about the idea of it not running rampant.
Not better or worse. I just didn't know.
The thing is, there's no word
Okay.
you can't control it.
Well,
It's a simulation. I would call it a simulation of artificial intelligence.
Okay.
It's what AI is just something that just keeps running tests and running tests and
Right.
just coming to a conclusion. And
Right.
Running tests and coming to a conclusion. You know, like even with the algorithm for Instagram or whatever you do, like it's like it just knows what you want.
Right.
And it just feeds into it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
big database.
it's a smart intelligence.
Right. I mean,
of-
people want to think it's going to be like a robot, right? Well,
Everybody just assumes that it's going to have ill intention.
Well, this goes back to philosophy.
Well.
Sorry, but I just like to say this is called transhumanism in philosophy, and it's about technology getting to the point of basically sentience, and the only possible outcome for humans coexisting with this type of sentience or something that gets so intelligent that gets beyond us is that
Integration.
integration or annihilation, where they either decide you're useless, we don't fucking need you, we got us to a point where why would we even, it could be like the Matrix almost, where they use us as batteries, or we get to the point where we're integrated with them with the consciousness, and like it starts slow, where maybe you're like a cyborg, you get some like a fake arm or like a biotic eye. It starts there, and then it gets to a point where like maybe they put your consciousness in a robotic body, and then who knows where it goes from there.
I would lean a lot harder into integration. For one,
For myself, I would love to be integrated rather than annihilated.
I think I take integration.
well,
Yeah,
I mean,
because
not
it doesn't seem like a choice at that point.
not
It's
if,
like,
not
you
if
get
you're asking me
integrated
to
or-
choose. That's not what I was
out.
talking about.
AI in you, dude.
I was talking about the possibilities, not my choice. If I had my
You
fucking
agree.
choice, I'd just take me out now. I don't want to be a part of this. I'll just go.
You'll just go.
No, but
I-
there's companies, and we're fucking just name dropping all the popular shit. This shit's gonna go fucking wild, but companies like Neuralink and the shit that they're doing. Soon, you're not gonna fucking need prosthetic. Well, you are if you're missing a limb.
I mean, there's gonna be. It's always.
Bionic eyes,
There's
Yeah.
third world countries. You're gonna need the.
But the way that shit's going, I'm really curious to see, how far they take that.
It's gonna be like Elysium. There's a lot of movies that kind of go this way, right?
'Cause if
Where all the rich people can get all the benefits of.
Yeah.
It's all just. It's theoretical.
'Cause if I
It's
could-
always kind of been that way. It's
If
like,
I can walk in and connect to my Wi-Fi, I'm gonna be upset.
Oh.
with your head, you mean?
Boop. Yeah, just
Oh yeah.
Like,
the first
you don't wanna hear
one's
the
glasses,
noise.
though, right? The Google Glass,
Every time you walk in somewhere, you're connecting.
I kind of do.
You do,
Yeah, ba-ding. It's like hooking up to Bluetooth.
and then you're just seeing shit. You're interfacing with the web.
Oh, I'm disconnected.
Yeah. Oh.
It's gonna be like heroin. Ugh.
Oh my God.
The Wi-Fi signal is strong here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now the future's gonna be
I don't.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm kind of an optimist in a way. So.
There is the replacement factor, the annihilation is already.
You
I
will
don't-
not replace us.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say it's
Oh
in
really?
Yeah,
Oh
that-
really?
that's-
These
it's gonna
fragile
be a new
fucking
one,
flesh bags aren't gonna get replaced.
I don't-
You know that
bet.
saying is like the white nationalist thing. You will not replace us. But
Oh no, I didn't even know that.
I don't want to say
That-
that it's already in motion, but it kind of already is.
Yeah.
With the automation and all that. Type
Automation,
of
yeah,
stuff.
that's different. But like the robots are doing jobs, in warehouses.
Well, exactly.
You got a fucking robot in your pocket at all times.
Oh, dude,
Well,
my
the way technology is going is
supercomputer.
we're not gonna have to do shit. Like if once robots can handle all the work and they can even do like the best art and the best music and all this other shit, we're already seeing with AI with like people's voices.
I was gonna say they already kind of are eliminating a lot of need for our actual thought
So the
process
problem is gonna be
Yeah.
with
and
chat
it's
with
just
Chat GPT.
making life so easy. Where what are we gonna do
the
now?
birth rate's gonna go down because people are just gonna get wall-E, the so relaxed.
The birth rate's gonna go down.
But
But
Maybe up. You don't know. It could go up.
We were-
That's what the robots will probably be afraid of, is that we're gonna breed too much. And it's like, all right, these humans are out of fucking control
I
now.
think people just, if you have so much entertainment, you just kind of get lazy. And it's like, "Ah, whatever."
somebody, I don't remember what podcast it was on, but somebody referred to humans as the sex organs of the
That's
machine.
Joe Rogan. Yeah, I've heard it about 1,000 times on Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, we're the sex organs of the machines.
I know you got it from somebody
Yeah.
else, but
Oh yeah, probably.
Factual statement.
But I mean, I was like, God damn, that's all a little too real. That's a little fucking too real for
Dig
me.
into that one.
Yeah.
Tell me
fuck.
what you find out.
Christ, man.
Also, Joe also is where the cocoon, like we're putting ourselves in the cocoon to become the butterfly. That's his other one.
What kind of metaphor is that for?
Yeah.
What's the butterfly?
He's
so
made
to
that
speak?
fucking metaphor.
It's like a thing to do with technology, how we're just like cocooning up right now.
Yeah, it just needs to be
Yeah, something like that.
okay.
Yeah. He's
The butterfly.
he's
Soon we will reach the cocoon stage
yeah.
and evolve.
Fucking
like
hopefully.
Pokemon.
Hopefully soon. I'm getting tired.
It's gonna get it. I don't.
Yeah, I'm ready for my robot body already.
Mhm.
Look it up.
You only live so long, so I don't understand why people are so scared. You only live less than 100 years, so it's like
Right.
it's-
Well,
Yeah, but what about when they can program your consciousness into a robot and they think that's immortality?
that's also something that has been an active study for a long time.
But to give you a question that might like kind of make you think about what that even means. So say I can program your consciousness into a robot, but you already exist right now and you have the consciousness. You're talking to that robot that is exactly like you. Is that another one of you, or how do you import your mind into a robot? That was one of the questions I
was
struggled
like,
with.
Um,
I struggled because once someone asked that question one time, I was like, I don't know. But it seems like if they could map you out and they could make somebody like you, that would be you. But if they do it at the same time while you exist, then
I kind of lean towards like our brains, our neurological system is electrical fields
yeah,
to some degree, right?
that's how it works.
So
Period.
people, I feel my answer to your question would be, people are trying to figure out how to move the conscience, and what you're asking me is if somebody replicated it.
Yeah.
For one, I don't want to talk to me. I'm not prepared to go down that road.
You don't want double you?
I feel like I'm gonna
triple you?
upset me.
You might, or maybe it'll be best buds.
Be like,
Be
great.
interesting.
Now there's another guy just like me who's an asshole. Awesome. I don't have to talk to
He
people.
wants to make a podcast too.
If it takes him as long as it took me to fucking develop to a certain degree, then I don't want to deal with it.
that's
It's
a lot of work.
a
huh?
lot of fucking time, man. I was a late bloomer in like a lot of different degrees, so
Yeah, but look at you now.
well, just
Look
doing
around.
big things, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, my drywall this fucking studio.
Hey, there's a. This is the journey of 1,000 steps. So you're step 42.
Yeah,
You're moving there.
you're not wrong. Hey, I like the way you think.
I know.
What? That's certainly something. Just like every other fucking normal person on this planet thinks about is what obviously the main statement would be what happens when you die.
Yeah,
Um,
and that comes down to a belief because
that does come down to belief because everybody has their different fucking thought on that.
when you die, it's like not the person who dies can't tell you. So then it comes down to what you think is real.
Right.
If you think there's a soul, and if a soul is something that's not material, then what happens with that? Where that even comes from? There's a lot of questions that are associated with that. Or
Yeah.
if it's just if all we know is what we see and this is the physical world and that's it, then you don't go anywhere. Those are pretty much the two implications.
Also, again, because I listen to podcasts every fucking day of my life, one of the things that they were talking about on another one was when somebody dies. If you're next to I think it was somebody that works at a fucking funeral home. I don't remember.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Interesting people, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, interesting people. They say that there's like, so you're around me right now. Obviously, I'm a living being, human, energy, blah blah blah. They're talking about the lack of, like, just if there's a body in front of you, there's just a lot. It's just a sack. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
feel.
it's a
Have you
flesh.
ever seen anybody in a casket?
doesn't feel like a connection. Like you don't feel the person there. You know? Does that make sense?
No,
Yeah, I mean, but
have
it-
you seen anybody? Have either one of you seen anybody in a casket? Like
No,
I've
no,
seen
I have
bodies.
Not, I have not
I've seen
seen
bodies, but
I have
not in a
not seen an
casket.
open casket,
And they're just,
and I have not seen bodies
involved
either.
in shit. It's so
I've
much
been
shit where,
blessed.
like, once you feel them, they're just like plastic. You're just like, oh, that's not even a person anymore.
You felt the body? You
Yeah,
felt?
my buddy Casper got murdered.
Were you poking at it? Oh, I'm
Yeah, with
sorry.
the stick.
No, at his
He's a-
funeral,
I think I saw that
I just
movie.
went up and like felt his hand or his face or something. I was like, oh shit, that fucking felt weird. Like,
Is it?
no, they're like hard. Like,
So it's just like that absence of that true energy that you get from
Yeah, the
another
absence
human.
of like I mean that the easiest way to say is the soul. There's nothing human about it anymore. It's just
It's just
parts left behind.
it's just the parts left
The
behind.
parts left behind.
Fuck, man, I like that, but it's just
guitars in your backyard.
it's just crazy because like it's true validation that there is some form of interior energy that we produce, some form of connection.
Mitochondria.
Yeah, and then what happens when we could just sustain that? 'Cause
Right,
It
and
just
that-
seems like a physical limitation that we're dealing with now, but maybe we might not have to in the future.
Right,
That
and
energy goes somewhere.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I'm at.
Whatever you want to call it. You can call it energy, but
Transfer of energy.
if you want to talk about people with like science degrees and all that shit, they'll say energy isn't the right word because it's like. But what you're saying is what
Soul-
it comes down to is the soul. Is
soul,
like,
energy.
In philosophy, it's going to be the soul, which is like an immaterial
You
thing.
wonder even what makes your body get up. What, you know what I mean? Like, what's the spark of
Yeah.
energy that you have?
And in philosophy, they would say the soul was like if your hand is like your soul, the glove would be your body, where you're just inside of it, controlling it.
Jason's like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, I am not high enough for this right now.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
You know,
A lot more drugs involved for that, right?
what do you think about when you fucking leave the body? What do you think about going to a different dimension?
That sounds comforting, at the very least. I'd like to go somewhere else.
Fucking mushrooms.
At the very least, I would love to go somewhere else and I would love an extra thing
You think?
as opposed to just ending.
Do you think about like? Do you believe in like ghosts and shit like that?
It really all comes down to what you think is real.
Have you had experiences at all?
With ghosts, no. You know, my closest experience with ghosts have been like me halfway being asleep, where I'm like so fucking, I'm halfway dreaming, where it's so scary I can't tell what's real and what's not.
That's fair. I always kind of thought, for some reason, like I thought of that as like the dimension that's closest to us. Like it's not the afterlife. It's just a different point in time.
But if you believe in those energies persisting, then they don't exist really like in a place, but kind of just around. Then it would kind of make sense.
Yeah. And the voices that, or sounds or manifestations that you would hear and call ghosts would be just a strong energy source that is coming close to this point in time.
Yeah.
Am I making sense at all?
I mean, it makes sense in that if that does exist, then there has to be a way they can communicate with us, right?
And that's kind of where I'm dabbling, is they get so.
There's like echoes in time, or there's like residual fucking energy from the past, or
Those are always fun
Somewhat-
concepts that are explored in movies.
Somewhat
I
kind of
love
where I'm
those.
at.
right.
But-
Or even like your dreams, or like your DNA from the people that are in, like your relative from the past, your DNA you have, like you get some of the memories that they have. Like, maybe, I
Get
don't
memories in your. That's like
Yeah,
the
it's
cats. The
embedded in
cats
your
get
DNA,
memory from their fucking ancestors.
That's a-
I know it.
That's a fucking wild theory, that your lineage would bring you connection.
Yeah, like your DNA, like you know, the strand of DNA that you have in the people from your past. Like, yeah,
There's
carries some
embedded
shit over
memories
that, like,
or
their
embedded
phobias,
lessons.
Their fucking things they went through.
What's that theory that the ghost guys always bring up? The stone theory. The stone.
What, like,
It's
Not sure.
energy,
the
like, it's-
the theory that enough shit happening in one place would hold that energy.
there,
Oh
residual
shit,
memories.
that's always a scary
kinda
thought. It
feel
was
that
like
in a
you
way,
would
but I
think.
don't- I mean, I do,
I'm-
but-
I imagine if you came to a place where there was a bunch of death or something, that you would feel something.
Yeah, like a fucking mental hospital.
Something
or-
weird. Yeah, exactly. Like
that
those
shit.
places have some
Prison.
horrible
See,
energy.
that-
Anything that's fucked up.
But
that
maybe
fucking-
that's your mind imposing it on it. I don't know.
That's
Well, yeah, you have to. The experiment you have to do is like you take somebody someplace.
'Cause if you
don't
know
tell
that,
them
you're
what it
gonna
is. You don't tell them it was a fuck. You know, it was a
You,
prison.
you
it
would
was
have to
fucking-
not tell them to kind
Yeah,
of
and
measure
then
that.
You see what happens. You can't like tell them some shit before that and then send them in there.
No, because you're gonna
Start
fucking
thinking-
your
Yeah.
mind's gonna run wild with that.
if you throw the thoughts down the fucking drain, then they're just gonna think what you tell them.
Yeah, we're just going to
Yeah,
this place, we're
50
gonna hang
people
out
were murdered here.
tonight, yeah,
But I mean,
whatever.
you could kind of test that and actually say that about a place that looks creepy, and then send them in there, and then never happened. Yeah, like 50 people are murdered here. They were like held captive, tortured,
Mhm.
and you just put like fake shit everywhere, and it's like, oh
I mean, I walked
no.
around the Queen Mary, and the Queen Mary's supposed to be haunted as shit when you guys were little.
I didn't experience
I got
anything.
drunk
I
as
was there
shit,
too.
I walked around at night.
It was nothing.
I didn't
It's a cool
see-
I got
place.
drunk as shit
I
and
didn't
walked
feel-
around
yeah,
at
I
night.
didn't feel nothing, so, I mean,
No, I didn't feel anything.
Well,
It was a
maybe
creepy fucking ship though. Like just period.
maybe the lack of evidence for certain people. Certain people have extraordinary experiences in certain places, and then other people go there and they have fucking nothing, and they're like,
people still wanna contact me.
well, this is fucking bullshit. But maybe it goes down to what you were just saying was maybe certain people don't have a certain connection on a fucking weird level.
My shit's in the dream world. Like, I connect with that kind of shit.
You live in a fucking dream world.
I'm constantly
Just
dreaming.
walk
Your life is fucking bizarre in its own way.
sauntering through.
Speaking of which, how's your lady? I said, speaking of which, how's your lady?
She lives in, I mean, I have a lady I'm trying to see, but she lives in Chicago. So I'm going to meet her. She's coming out here in June.
Chicago.
I'm going to go to Sedona
Chicago, man.
and Jerome. I'm going to stay at the Grand Hotel.
Oh,
Talking about
speaking of haunted shit.
yeah, I'm going to stay at the Grand Hotel, and we'll see what's going
That's haunted. I didn't know. What is that?
Mostly haunted. It's
Jer-
in Jerome.
Jerome has a lot of.
You know what it's kind of like? It's our version of the hotel in The Shining.
In The Shining?
Yeah.
Does it look anything close to that? Because
I'll
that.
show you a picture of it.
On a really
Oh,
on a really
That
small
was-
scale, it
it's on the
does.
side of
Oh,
a
no
mountain,
way.
like, and it's
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
and
interesting.
It used to be a mining town, so it used to be like a, and then also was a hospital at one time.
Yeah.
That,
That's
like,
sketch. People died.
You're gonna go to
an insane asylum. 'Cause there's a
An
bar
insane
there.
asylum.
There's a bar there called the Asylum.
You're gonna go to the haunted hamburger.
I've been there before.
Oh, have you?
Hamburger,
I took
huh?
a psychic up there with Heather. And
Delicious.
she
Have our
was telling
ghost
me all the
burger.
psychic shit. I didn't see anything, but like,
Why don't you?
oh my God, I see a couple guys over there that were like, oh wow.
I desperately want to talk to you about you having a psychic friend, but we're gonna save that for another
Yeah,
episode.
100%.
Because
could dig
now,
into that,
yeah,
yeah.
you just opened a fucking
Oh,
Pandora's
I think
box,
that's a good
dude.
one, that one, so,
I
yeah.
got a million fucking questions now.
Yeah, just
Fuck.
save them, jot them down. That next one's gonna be really intriguing.
I have an app. Me and Stetson. Sorry, Stetson. Not you, buddy. Me and Sheldon have an app that we share that prioritizes all the shit that we need to do.
Okay.
So
Does it help you?
it does, yeah, because I get to jot down throughout the day when I have topic ideas.
Yeah.
I jot them down there,
Okay.
and then I bring them up. This was not necessarily my ideal format, but it's all right.
Yeah, but I mean, you kind of just work your way towards the ideal format.
No,
No?
nope. Usually I start with that.
Oh, okay. All right, fair
Um,
enough. You got your own process.
I do.
believe in that.
One thing, dude.
Huh?
I just want to say one thing.
Huh?
You got the fucking house back, dude.
Oh,
You got the
damn.
house back. Move on.
Oh yeah, I do got the house back. You're not wrong.
Dog
Yeah,
seats out,
pretty
dude.
chill. I mean, I wasn't here when the house wasn't back, so I don't know what it was
Oh,
like.
man.
For a split second when the studio got changed to the new studio.
Yeah, dude.
Was that the last guy in the old studio, or was there one other person after
It was
that?
probably you, man.
Okay. Tight pants closed it out.
I'm good.
Oh,
Tight
damn.
pants closed it out.
Closed that studio.
I have allowed myself to be cleaned out 3 times in this house.
Cleaned out.
Yeah, for lack of better words.
But that's kind of a
Yeah, but I
In
would.
a way, it's not a bad thing. It's,
No,
no,
no.
Got cleansed.
I just want to. What do you
It's
mean cleaned out? Because I don't know what he
fucking-
means.
Like
I
a
just.
real clean out, like she took
Well,
the
I
shit.
want to hear him tell me.
Okay, go ahead.
I've just dedicated, my life and my work to relationships, and then
Okay.
they don't work out, and when they don't work out,
Yes.
things go bye-bye.
You mean like material things?
Yes.
Not.
No.
She got it over with quick. That's
Yeah,
you
dude,
dragged
but-
out long, dude.
It's like I'm not even like distraught about it as much as I am just disappointed in myself that it happened again.
But you know what though, as a guy, it's a much easier to just give things up to be like, all right, so we can be done, than
Well-
to. Because why do you want to be petty about that when you want to like break it off and they're just
Right.
I'm sure she's the one saying, oh, I want this and that, I'm gonna take this, and you're just like, yes,
100%.
go.
100%.
I want to be done with it.
Yeah, and I'm definitely okay. Dude, this would also be the 3rd time that I've tried to give somebody the house. Like, I'll just go.
Yeah.
I don't really care that much about. I just want to be done. I'll just go.
Period. Yeah.
And motherfuckers won't do it. That's why I told you, dude. I'm surprised I haven't called you in the last 3 fucking years.
Ouch.
But I still have this fucking house that I've lived here for.
Mechanic back.
This will be 4th year now.
Okay.
So
It's coming along.
it's coming along, man.
You got a pretty good setup here.
Yeah.
I like it.
It'll be nice once it's all done.
It's close. He was surprised how close it was.
But it's been super crazy, and I've told him this a million times. But him and I we went through our shit at the same time.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's why he's staying here. right now. But since then, since all this has happened and we've started trying to make choices for better situations,
Yeah.
dude, shit has fallen together so fucking well.
Isn't that crazy?
Like financially, like just everything has just been working the fuck out the way it needs to, the easiest fucking way. And I'm like, that's just to me,
Beautiful.
that's like a shove in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's something telling me you guys are doing this shit right, so keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's just positive reinforcement. You're just like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
100%. Yep. So, yeah.
Lovely.
It doesn't look like it was that bad now because we've recouped some of the damage.
Yeah. I wouldn't know, but I mean, it looks fine. It doesn't look like there was a damaging
She
done.
didn't bust the
I'll
place
say that.
up, you know, like she didn't fucking bust some shit up on the way out.
Yeah, she definitely didn't.
That's cool.
She was nice enough. She did patch a bunch of the fucking she redid the walls in there and painted both the rooms and shit. So
Okay, it wasn't that bad of terms then. So if she did something like that.
Like, don't even say that. Like, it's just the experience of life.
Yeah.
That's it. You just learn some shit.
Yep.
Nobody got hurt. No feelings got hurt. You don't, nobody's in jail. Like,
Nobody's in jail.
yeah. 'cause
The barometer.
It's real bad. Like, super bad.
it could have always ended.
Gone, you have no contact. Okay, goodbye.
You're not like Dana White. You didn't slap your girl in public. You know, it's fine.
They're still together.
Yeah, look at them. They're fine. They
Oh.
worked through it. I mean, yeah, relationship stuff. Always fun.
Yeah, they're a motherfucker. I just love hard when I do. When
Yeah.
I give it my all, man. I give it my all, and I love.
And you know what? I have definitely seen that through the years.
Sorry about
that
that.
hey, you do you. It wasn't a judgment thing. It was just like, okay, when
Oh, that's good.
Sage is committed, he's committed. 'Cause
Yeah.
It definitely seems like you try to make the relationships work.
I try.
But yeah.
I wish that everybody thought the way you do, but in other terms and minds, people just assume that I'm just whoring out for the fun of it. You know,
Oh.
Santana's got a girl he's talking to right now.
that's not the case ever. But you do?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Like he's like kinda.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I am. It's more of like a new thing. I'm trying to like navigate it.
Yeah.
Just met her at a party.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever met one of your girlfriends or if you've had any.
No, I've been very low key.
Yeah.
Throughout the years.
Nothing wrong with that, dude.
Yeah.
Probably saved you a lot of money.
Yeah, and then maybe I'm the opposite. It has. I mean, probably. But I'm like almost the opposite of you, where I'm kind of ambivalent when I go in, where I go for a little bit and I'm just like, all right, and then just move on to the next
Yeah,
thing.
I have to retrain myself to do that because jumping in that fast is not smart.
But you know what? It might be a little bit more fulfilling than the way I'm navigating
I
the
was-
dating world.
I was gonna say to finish that thought.
Yeah.
I think part of me, like, aside from the loving hard part of me, if I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a flex.
Okay.
To some degree, I'm trying to
Yes.
fucking flex to the chick, whoever
Yeah.
it is at the time, you know.
Okay.
Show off a little bit.
Yeah, come stay with me.
That, you know
I
what?
got a house.
That
You
is
can
a
come
that's a
fucking-
man flex.
It is a man
That's
flex.
a man
It's
flex.
fun playing house, dude.
It is.
It's fun, but it's not fun.
I can see that absolutely. I have not had the luxury to do that flex because it's a little. You know, you gotta have your own space. You gotta be a man like that. But
Yeah.
that is a flex.
It is.
It is.
It's just a very it's a losing game.
There is a timetable where it either works or it doesn't.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
for sure. It's all right. It'll get figured out correctly over time.
You're right.
I just
It
need to dial
always
it back.
figures itself out.
Oh fuck! I think that's the first time I've ever admitted that though.
That's hilarious though, because it made sense when you said it. It's like that is a definite flex.
Yeah. Now that I'm talking about it, my ego is just flexing a little bit there.
a little,
I'm strutting my stuff.
little
Yeah.
swole right now.
Come see my house.
Yeah.
Come see my house with my
I just
truck.
repaired the damages. It's
I always just
looking on top of the world.
You could stay here for 3 months and then leave.
the video game
Exactly.
You know, like the old game that with the girls you would get, they were like a certain size, and then they would just get pumped up. I don't know what you're doing them, but they would always come out like 20 pounds.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know the old game where he's like he sticks a thing into somebody. and it's
Dig dug? What? See, he's saying you're dig dugging women?
Dude, so he's brought this up a couple of times too. They show up here and they're
Jesus
like
fuck.
they're healthy, but they're not
They're-
fat.
yeah.
But then by the time they leave, they're fucking.
They're healthy.
What are you doing to them?
Dude, I cook a lot.
Pumping them up with HGH.
I cook a lot, so they get happy and they get happy weight and shit and.
Steaks and
Dude, it happens every fucking time too.
That's lovely.
This is like a real thing, bro.
Oh
I
yeah.
wasn't this fat a couple weeks ago.
Now you start living safe.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, there's a reason I got fucking 3 smokers and a grill out there, you know?
Yeah.
I fucking cook a lot,
Yeah.
man.
Making some good shit, I imagine.
Huh?
Say brisket 2 times a week.
Fuck, dude. We live on meat around this bitch. Speaking of which, I gotta go to the store.
You sound like you're a Bud Light supporter.
Wrong meat.
Last week.
Wrong meat. Huh?
I bought Bud Light last week. Just
Ah.
off the chain. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, it's all the same.
Is it
shit.
discounted right now?
It should be.
It's not. He just bought it just cause.
Corona used to be on discount when the Corona.
They were really feeling it though.
Oh.
They're really feeling
beers
it.
at my local drive-thru liquor store were like they dropped it like $5, like for a second.
For a minute, exactly. You should have stockpiled. That would have been the great stockpiling.
God, dude.
Bud Light thing is weird though. Like, that's
It's
just
super
like
strange, man.
I know.
It seems
It's
a
the
little.
worst of the light beers too. So
I mean, for beers, it's just crazy that they even get political like this. Like, who even
It's-
cares what a beer thinks?
Yeah, it's a fucking beer,
Who
dude.
cares what a beer thinks about any political issue?
100%
It's
where I'm at.
never mattered.
I'm like, I would probably never even look at the can. Let's start right there.
The percentage of
I
trends
just-
that are here is like 3%, so it's like not even really an issue. In a lot. I get it. Like I mean, some rights for everybody, right? Whatever. But like I mean, damn, that's like a small percentage of people. You know? Like,
Right,
I mean,
yeah. Do I need to go find one and show my support? What are we doing here?
Whatever.
I don't know, but you always think those companies have so many people who crunch the numbers that they figured out like, okay,
Oh, yeah, that's
it's
algorithms.
gonna net down
Yeah.
this way, but it's gonna come up this way long term. Blah, blah, blah. Like they do there's some logic behind it. I know it's not just on a whim. Like you know what, as a beer company, we finally changed our mind.
Yeah.
We were on the fence for a while. It's about time. Bud Light's gonna be the first.
We have
Like-
come to a unanimous choice, and we think it's time to highlight the chicks with dicks. So let's send this one and see what happens.
We'll see. We had a board meeting. It was a close vote, 7 to
This
6.
is a close float.
Yeah, I'm not really into that territory, so I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not even an opinion. I mean, I don't even care. I'm ambivalent, but it's just like it's hilarious to see the pushback because I'm just like
Dude, there's so much.
they should
pushback.
know better. They should know better that people are not gonna like that. Me personally, don't give a fuck.
Right.
I'm not the give a fuck person for what my beer company thinks about politics. Oh no, I can't believe it. You know what? I would be mad if they were just like Bud Light, fuck the Arizona Cardinals. We don't like them. If they said some shit like that, I'd be like, you know, I'm not drinking Bud Light anymore. They've finally hit a nerve.
Oh my god.
Or they
It's
hated
like-
my favorite video game or something.
Kid-
Doesn't matter to me.
You gave me a Bud Light or somebody just gave me one, and I went, nah, I ain't drinking that fucking beer, dude. Like, fucking.
Right.
Get that shit away from me.
I would
What's
never
like-
do that. I don't give a fuck that much.
Yeah, I'm just not.
I don't even like.
I'm not that invested in the whole argument at all. I like alcohol, so I think we're good there.
Yeah. No. If it's the end of the night, I would never be like, yo, don't hand me that politically incorrect beer that I don't fuck with.
Yeah, hey, why'd you even offer me that, dude?
Yo, I know I want to keep getting drunk, but
I wasn't gonna
Yeah, I
drive
know.
home, but I gotta fucking go now.
yeah, now I gotta get the fuck out of here. This place has changed.
Yeah, I don't hang out with people like that.
Mm-mm.
I don't hang out with people like that.
I don't either.
Nah,
Offended
strong
or
convictions, like,
fucking- yeah, I don't
On a
know.
beer. Unless it tastes like shit, I'll tell you it tastes like shit.
I don't like
That's
mean-
when I don't
like,
drink a beer.
Heineken's around, I'll drink it. I don't give a shit.
Like,
I
he,
drank one of his Heinekens the other night.
the only person,
Heineken's great.
really that I
Fuck
hang
you.
out with and drink with is this motherfucker, and he's got some pretty funny shit to say about it. But it
stories.
doesn't fucking matter because we don't even drink beer. So like he's talking shit, but
It would be like if Jack Daniels sponsored some bad shit, and then you had to give that up or something.
I'm trying so hard to get Jack to sponsor this.
What would Jack have to do for you to not
what, though?
have them as a sponsor? We're just like, you know what? I'm actually forgoing that.
I don't
They've-
think there's a whole lot they could do.
It would-
That's
would
what I'm
still-
saying. For something I actually like, I don't think there's a whole lot they could do either.
Right.
My advice would be to find a lower end whiskey that you like and try to get them to fucking sponsor you.
I mean, I don't know if
Like
you've
somebody
looked.
that wants to get promoted.
Have you looked at the shelves?
There's a lot, right?
No, Jack is.
It's dominating the shelf.
No, it's pretty close to being low end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean Jack Daniels is big. It's a big name, and we love it.
I
But
don't drink it, but the name alone is like Jack Daniels.
well,
Oh.
everything below it means I'm probably gonna vomit. Like it's
Delicious.
it's on the cusp.
All right, I'm just saying. Like,
It-
so what like Wild Turkey or like.
Wild
what's
Turkey's
lower?
with it.
Okay, that's right in that same.
It's like if we were to go by like
Chivas Regal,
Walker Evans,
Walker Evans.
What about a
10 high.
Dickel or whatever the fuck?
Ooh,
George
Dickel,
Dickel.
That's where you're getting. 10 high is nasty, right?
10 high is nasty, dude.
Canadian
Jesus.
Mist.
Yeah, I've
Jesus.
that's
yeah.
stuff that at the end of the night you take a swig of that shit
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't
Yeah.
feel
So
so.
I did
don't
more
feel
the
so
vodka
good.
thing for making Bloody Marys, and pop-up would be like the bottom end of.
That's the bottom.
Yeah, it's the fucking.
That is the
Cuervo.
worst.
Yeah, just like Cuervo for sure.
Yeah, me and my friends used to fucking drink that shit just to have alcohol. So bad, dude.
Feel really warm, I bet.
Yeah, that was when I was real young. But, I don't know. Fucking Joe's already got Buffalo Trace in the bag, so I can't do that.
Yeah, that's kind of a high-end one though too, in a way, right? Buffalo Trace.
It's higher than
That's
Jack.
the lowest you could go. What if Canadian?
Oh,
Mist
Jesus.
You wouldn't. You would. Yeah. God.
Do you have any
What's
input
the
here,
lowest
Jason?
you could go with whiskey?
I say just try all of them, dude. Like, I mean,
You know what? You might as well just fucking send it out to everyone. Say, who wants to sponsor me?
I would love if you had a Canadian Mist sponsored by Canadian.
Would you take Crown?
Crown? Like, they got a good
Yeah.
bag.
You do Crown?
Looks fancy.
Yeah, it's
not
fancy.
bad.
Royal.
There's also whiskey that you can fucking pay a lot of money for, and it's not fucking good.
Yeah, I agree, but
What about like Warbringer? You know what that is? Like,
Warbringer. That sounds
Josh-
like some shit you
it's
just
Josh
destroy
Barnett's,
someone on.
just smack him with the bottle.
You just yeah. After you're done, you beat someone with the bottle.
It's
I've-
supposed to be a smoky blend. Like,
I've drank a lot of. There was a point in time where I was trying like all the different shit. What's the shit? What's the bottle that's on the counter? The change thing?
No,
Can't I can't. It starts with a K.
Yeah.
It costs a little bit more.
Ku Klux Klan?
Wrong K. Wrong K.
Starts with a K.
No
You're
KKK.
That's a hard
One-
K.
one
That's what you
K.
call a
Right.
hard
The-
1K, not 3.
There's definitely been a couple cheaper off brands that I've tried that have been fucking pretty good.
Okay, I wouldn't even know how to. I'm not a good judge of any hard alcohol. Like, I'm a beer drinker. You know me.
No, yeah, me too. I stick to the beer.
It's,
can't do
it's
I-
cheaper that way, man.
It's not even the cheap aspect. It's I don't want to get too fucked up aspect.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little overwhelming when I-
A little bit smaller, so we can't take as much. But, you know.
No,
That's a terrible fat joke.
no Bud Light. That's the new
Shit.
saying instead of the other one.
What's the other one?
No homo.
Oh,
Can't say that. It's politically incorrect.
I like
Don't
it.
say that.
no Bud Light. Got
No
it.
Bud Light.
Fuck, man. Well, what do you think after sitting here bullshitting for an hour? Would you do it again?
Would I do it again?
Yeah. He's gonna say no just to be an asshole.
No, I would never. No, I would absolutely do this again.
Would you?
It was a fun experience.
Yeah.
The setup is already legit, and I imagine it's gonna get better. So
Yep.
when I get invited back, I expect it to be pretty dope.
It will continue to move forward,
Yes.
whether my wallet
Only.
likes it or not. Mm.
Fuck that wall.
Fuck no, the wallet.
The wallet. Oh, I just said the wall.
No.
I was like, you're moving it 3 feet. Yeah, fuck that wall.
Well, that
man.
wall is going down.
Since
Yeah.
you got this set up, I got a suggestion because I see some stuff that Santana watches on YouTube.
Uh huh.
Like watching old movies and then just sitting here reviewing them. Like, and talking
But you need to have the old movie person with.
Yeah, I'm the old movie person.
That's what I'm saying. You have to be there.
You want to do movie reviews?
No, you could. Yeah, easily YouTube. But the reaction of him showing you some movies that he likes, the old shit, and then just getting your honest reaction.
Why don't you come here and do that?
Yeah.
You come use the studio.
Sure. Yeah. With you guys, though. With
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
and Dev and Santana. You know what I mean? Like,
I-
show you guys the perfect weapon, Jeff Speakman. You guys gotta think about it.
You got your own. You got your own fucking. You got a ring, right?
Yeah,
A phone stand.
Yeah.
So you could just hook them up and put a.
Fire.
I mean, I guess I'm down. I'm not gonna say no.
You just gotta put on the spot, dude.
We'll find
Sorry.
the title for it, and then we'll do it. I think that works. I mean, that's not a hard one to do. We show a movie and we just talk shit over
Well, I have a YouTube channel,
Okay.
so it just doesn't have any videos. It's all audio, but for now.
It'll be a reaction
Just a thought. Just a
channel once he starts.
Okay. I'll toss it around.
Mm-hmm.
We can watch some old.
Yep.
We can watch some old Tom Selleck.
Oh yeah, lovely.
All right, the white guy just fell out of me hardcore.
Yeah, well, I got some other ideas. We'll watch Shakes the Clown.
Watch the mechanic. What's what's that fool's name?
Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson.
Fuck,
Mechanic.
Charles Bronson.
Watch some fun Clint Eastwood.
Great.
Still a lucky punk. Do you know what kind of
Uh,
He just squints at
can't
you.
wait.
And the guy yells like 357.
Oh no!
Can't
Well,
wait.
I appreciate you coming on, dude.
Absolutely. It's
Um,
my pleasure.
we'll get into the nitty gritty of the shit that I want to actually talk about some other time.
Yeah.
So I
We
expect
touched
that.
on it. We touched on a couple things.
Yeah, we dabbled. We dabbled.
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea. That's more the topic list. So it's not necessary all the time, but
Yeah.
people seem to enjoy it.
Yeah. We touched on a lot of different topics. We went from serious ones to
AI and football.
to AI, football, ghosts.
Yeah.
I mean, it went all over the place, so it was pretty fun.
So I enjoy it.
Broadcast in 20
Absolutely.
minutes,
Huh?
so I got to broadcast in 20 minutes.
Oh, he's like, time to close it.
Oh yeah, he's
Got
gotta go.
got a flight to catch. Dirty D's got to bounce.
Dirty D's out.
You want to plug anything? Anybody?
Twitcasting. Fight Compa Twitcasting.
Twitcasting?
Fight Compa Twitcasting.
Fight Compa, yeah.
And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Santana717 on Instagram.
On the
Follow
Insta. Twitcasting is the app,
Twitcasting is the app, yeah.
and then
Twitcasting is
fight
Periscope, yeah.
fight compa,
For all
fight
your
compa.
fights and some obscure movies.
Do you do everything aside from UFC and all that? You do like one and all that?
I do sometimes, yeah. I mostly just do UFC.
Okay.
I'll probably do the bare knuckle boxing tonight.
Oh.
That one, Luke Rockhold, Mike Perry fight tonight.
I'm familiar, but I'm not familiar.
Yeah, you would like that.
But
You would like
yeah, hit up Twitcasting Fight Compa for all your fight needs.
Needs.
Choo! And again, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Absolutely.
On a fine Saturday.
Fuck yeah.
For any questions, comments, concerns, you know the drill. Like, follow, subscribe on anything you listen on, and shoot us an email at meversusme info@gmail.com. We love you.